Takut ni vlog you. Can see.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good evening, everyone. Right, welcome to our coffee talk from English unit, our first coffee talk for this semester. Right, we would like to welcome everyone here, and together with me, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Madam Khalifa Mastura, and people know it is known by the name of Madam Mas. All right, hello everyone. And together with me, I have here Madam Rodia binti Dali.
Hi, I'm Puan Rodia. Hi, Teacher Rodia is here.
And we have also Madam Kumutini.
Yes, Kumu is back.
Okay, right. So for this evening, the three of us, we are going to sembang-sembang santai. Very important subject or topic, which is, you can see there on the slide, presenting confidently. All right. So I would like to stress here also that the link for the attendance will be shared at the end of the session. All right. So the QR code and the link will be shared later on. Right. So stay tuned. Okay, so now, as we have mentioned earlier, it's going to be on presenting confidently. Okay, so we can see our slide. The first slide is, okay, you can have a look at the first slide. And, very, what do you call that? In a very easy way, okay, in a very santai way, on how please do not hesitate. If you have any questions, just jot your comment or your question in the comment box. All right. So maybe Madam Rodia would like to start first.
Yes, thank you very much, Puan Khalifa Mastura. Okay, we start off with reading text out aloud. Okay, so what do you mean by reading text out aloud? Okay, now the problem with our students nowadays is they are lacking in reading. Sorry, no, mostly you read from your phone, your messages and so on. Or if your teachers have given you any tasks to do on reading, able to speak proficiently. So the most important thing here is Puan Mas and Miss Kumu is the pronunciation, intonation, and stress. So in order to start practicing, you just choose any text. Okay, to make it simple, choose a very short text, okay, something that you like to read. It can be on any topic. Then, okay, what you should do here is you read it to yourself aloud, and through my experience, when you read aloud, either in front of your friends or read it to yourself. If you read in front of your friends, maybe your friends can listen to it, and then they can identify if you have mispronounced or your pronunciation is not clear or the intonation and stress is not right, and they couldn't understand what actually you are reading. Okay, but if you read it to yourself, okay, when you read to yourself, you try to do it yourself in the hostel later on. When you read to yourself, if you make the intonation, stress and pronunciation is not clear, somehow or other you can realize that when you're reading it aloud, you know that is something wrong.
Yes, something wrong somewhere.
Yeah,
yes,
something wrong somewhere.
Yes.
You can tell it by even, a child can tell, there's something wrong with the pronunciation, and there's the flow is not there. So by practicing reading, actually you're practicing the pronunciation and intonation. So if you think that you can't do that, the other way you can do is you can even read, there's an app, there's a reading app actually, where you can listen to the app reading a story or any text, and you follow, you imitate. Yes, you imitate so that you can follow the pace, the intonation, the stress, and also the pronunciation. So this is for the weaker students. That's how I find it. It's very useful, especially for those who are very weak. So you listen to other people reading
Right.
something in English and you imitate.
So is there any difference between silent reading and loud reading? So for silent reading, what is the purpose of silent reading?
Okay, if you were to read to get the main points and the gist of the text, usually we will go for silent reading.
For us to
Right?
comprehend. is
Yes,
it?
for us to comprehend. That's why we have libraries.
Mhm.
And we use libraries when the test or examination is nearing. So this kind of situation that which encourages us for silent reading will give you focus to focus on what you are reading, and it will help you to comprehend what you are reading. That actually one of the success, that is the key point to succeed in your reading comprehensions. That's why even in the classrooms we encourage you to read the text in the class, because in the classroom we are not usually practicing read aloud activities, right? So we give the passages and we ask the students to read, and then and that you are answering the questions. So now you understood that reading silently is actually to enhance your comprehending skill.
Yes.
Right. Very true.
Agree with you.
Yeah.
Actually, here when we are talking about speaking, reading text aloud is actually to practice them in speaking fluently and with correct pronunciation, intonation, and stress. What you mean by silent reading is actually to more on comprehension skills.
Yes, comprehend-
That's what we are
comprehend
trying
the
to
passage.
emphasize. Okay.
Mm.
Okay. That's all from me.
Right.
Thank you.
Okay. Right. And to be frank, until now, I do love reading.
Yes.
Yes,
True.
yeah,
Even-
and it's good to to do loud reading, because you can pronounce the word
Yes.
properly. You can listen to your own pronunciation.
Yes.
Okay, right, all right. Moving on to the next point, which is focus on the positive side, not the negative. Okay, what do we mean by this? Focusing on the positive side and then not the negative, right?
Yes.
So as for me, that is a built-in confidence. All right, you have to focus. You have to think of something positive. Don't blame yourself for not being able to speak. All right, just emulate people who can speak better. Your friends,
Yes.
your teachers, right? Or even when you watch movies, right? You can always emulate, right? Repeat after what the dialogues and all that. Okay.
You know, who said that you can't speak?
Yes.
Everybody can speak.
Yeah.
You can speak, At this level, your speaking is good. But this is about how you're going to develop the speaking skills. We have already exposed to a lot of speaking skills in our classroom, right? Speaking is
Yes.
not only just speaking. Everyone can speak. But the need of our academics, especially when come to language learning and all, we have to master the speaking skills. Some of the speaking skills are, Kak Rodia, can...
No, here we are talking here speaking skills here means that you're able to develop the ideas. How do you can capture the audience, who's your audience, how you can convince the topic that you're going to deliver.
Yes,
It's
yes.
not just talking, like what we are doing with our friends, that is just communication skills. But what we are doing now here is we want to practice the students to be able to speak fluently and confidently, and can convince people they are a fluent speaker. So
Okay.
that needs a lot of practice.
Yes. For example, if you are, it means we are here in Matriculation Engineering College, right? So for us, everyone here will be future engineers, right now.
Yes,
yeah,
definitely.
future engineers. Of course, when you are an engineer, you have to do some presentation, all right, for your project, for your company,
Yes.
right? So the confidence level have to be good.
Yes.
Yeah, you cannot say that you can't present, right? You have to do something. If you need, you have to present for your company. Is that right? So here we are here today to share with you what are some of the tips that you can do, all right, to prepare yourself as future engineers.
Yeah, it's not here. What we realize is some students, they like Puan Kumu was sharing that they are able to speak. The problem with them that hinder them from speaking is they feel that they need to speak correctly without any grammatical mistakes and so on. Well, that will come to the later stage. The earlier stage, you have to be confident to use the language first. Okay, that is very important. So we are here to share with you some of the techniques on how we can improve our speaking. Okay, it's not just that you don't know how to speak. Maybe you are shy, you didn't actually give a chance to yourself. I noticed that the students actually did not give a chance to themselves, and I feel that they don't want to improve. I said that, I'm very sorry I said that, because why? There are ample time for them to use and practice the language among their friends, even to us, the lecturers, but they don't speak English mostly to us, you know, and even to their friends. They only speak English during classes. So imagine if you speak during classes, how can you expect to improve? So I think from now onwards, they themselves have to have the courage and courage and interest to make sure that they're able to become a good and fluent speakers of English.
We are here as supporters. We always support you, right? We encourage you to do that.
Another point to add to what Puan Rodia has said, content, how to speak. That's why people keep on saying that we are poor in speaking, because we did not speak as required. You know, if you are required to speak for MUAT, so do you actually fulfill the requirement?
Yes.
Because speaking is in variety, you know. You see, for an interview, you might be having a different way of speaking. For MUAT, you might be having a different way of speaking. When you are speaking with your friends, teachers, that is informal conversations.
It depends on the situation.
Yes. So the informal conversations you cannot bring to an interview, correct or not? So that is what you have to understand. The content is very important. Where you deliver, what you're going to deliver. That is the first thing that you have to be very sure of if you were to improve your speaking skills. Bear in mind. Start reading.
Start reading and start practicing. So that goes to we will move on to our next point. Right. Our next point is practice as much as possible. Of course.
Yes.
You have to practice. As for us English lecturers also, we speak a lot. We speak a lot. All right. And we speak in English. Right. It doesn't matter whether you are Malay or Indian or Chinese. Right. It doesn't matter. So you speak a lot. And what we can advise you, our students, right? When you come and see us, come and sit us for consultation and things like that. Please do not speak in Bahasa Melayu because we don't understand Bahasa Melayu. Right. I will say that to my student. All right. What are you saying? I don't understand. Okay. Yeah. So we have to be cruel to be nice. Isn't it? Yeah.
Practice as much as possible here also. What I'm trying to say, in certain situation, for example, for MUAT, okay, you're practicing yourself only for MUAT, and then there's a full stop for that. There's no continuation. That's what's happening. They're doing it for the sake of something. For example, they're going
for the examination purpose.
Yes. And they read because of that purpose. If not, they stop reading. And the same thing goes on later on throughout your life. Later on, you go for interviews. Okay, you want to go for interviews? Okay, I know that I have to practice for interviews. Okay, so you start asking your lecturers, you start Googling, start to find out what to do for during interviews and so on. And you after you go through the interview, that's a full stop for that.
That's it.
That's the problem now. There's no continuation in trying to prove yourself. It's not just learning for the sake of that particular moment, that particular situation.
It's a
lifelong.
Right.
Even during our time now, even I think Puan Mas, Puan Kumu and myself, at this stage, in fact, we want to give any speech on certain topic or talk on certain topic, we still have to read up and we still have to discuss the issues together. It's not just that, I can just come here and tell you about everything. We are not like that. See, at this age, we still learning and reading at the same time.
We have to have content.
Yes,
true.
What Puan Kumu is saying.
In order to speak,
very
we
important
have to have content.
Right. Another thing is, you would have seen people writing journals.
Yes.
You know, journal writing, it has no any particular format. You just express, you know, in Bahasa Melayu they say luahkan. Whatever comes to your mind, you just express. You know, that is one of the good ways, you know, it's proven, a lot of research done on journal writing. It's proven
Self-reflection.
furthermore,
Self-reflection,
when you
yeah.
are doing that kind of speaking, you will start looking for Komu, how to improve my speaking. This is one of them. Practicing.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. Guys, to the notes or the comment that we have here.
Oh, okay.
Good to read the comments here.
What
They
is it?
like the comfort zone that we are showing.
Oh,
Is it not?
okay.
Okay, so we are happy that you like
Yeah.
the way we are presenting. All right, and hello, buffering. Okay. Pinpoint the next point, which is number 5, which is find a friend. Okay, we have talked about it. All right, you talk with your friends, with your family, with your teachers, and all that.
You
Okay.
can one more thing, you can even practice with maybe your friend can give an comments and so on. Find a friend who is very
Close to you, and very
not that
sincere.
subjective, because some friends they can, oh, very good, and then what is good, what is excellent, so
Yes.
it must be, you know, like say, is you're very good, your pronunciation is clear, you know, your vocabulary is good, is suitable, you know, in your speech, that kind of comments, not just very good, my dear boy, good bro.
Very constructive.
Yes.
Constructive comments.
Yes, constructive comments.
Constructive comments.
We don't want
Right.
just a normal comment, you know.
Thank you, Adi. Interesting conversation.
Oh, is
Right. We are happy that you like our slide
because
here.
we find that, you know, actually you all are good. It's just a matter of lack of practice and interest. To me, I find that, you know, the interest is very important. You have to build in the interest, not you do it for the need of that particular time, you know, then you won't learn forever. When you want to have it, you know, with you all the time, you must have the interest. And then only you find means and ways to improve yourself. If not, they just do it for that particular moment, just to pass.
Really true.
What is pass? It's just a certificate.
Okay.
When you go for interview, I just want to share with you. When you go for interview, trust my words. You know, when you go for interviews, you know, you have very good results. For example, your CGPA 4 flat, and there is one candidate with 3.0 the CGPA, but she's able to communicate well in English. and you with 4 flat, and sometimes don't be shocked with A in English,
Yeah.
and they are not able to speak fluently.
Yes. Okay.
You
You don't have
The flag,
the flag. You don't
everything.
have the, what do you call that? The content,
Yes.
isn't it? And more, what more? You don't have the confidence to stand and present.
Yes.
That's it.
And trust me,
Huh.
I've heard these comments from managers, they told me, they said the poor thing about the students, please tell the students, this is given by a friend of mine. So he told me, it's an international company, he told me, the problem with our candidate, they are very smart. What is lacking is language.
Yes, language.
Because they
Very
need people, because you are not working with the computers, you are working with human, you are with the team. You may be a leader next time, Puan Mas, right, Puan Kumu? So you might be a leader, so you need to be able to speak well and then to communicate with your team, with your teams, we work with the workers under you. And sometimes you're working with international company, they don't speak Malay.
They don't speak Malay, they speak English.
They don't speak Tamil. They don't speak Chinese. Chinese maybe can help if you know Mandarin. Okay, Mandarin also useful. Another language you should learn, because when you're dealing with company that deals with that use Mandarin, you can use Mandarin. But when we are talking about universal language,
Yes.
English is the one they will be using. So please. That's why we really emphasize, not because we are the teachers or the lecturers who are teaching the subject. It is actually for your career wise.
Yeah.
This is what's happening now. You want to be able to be accepted in the global market.
You have to.
Yes,
You have to. Right. You have to.
You have to.
Okay.
You know what? Back to my previous point. We are sitting here and presenting. Do you think we don't feel nervous? We are presenting in front of how many students now, everybody have the feelings. You can be,
Yes.
you would have, stood on 100 over stages, but when come the day to do 101 presentation, he will feel the same as well.
Okay. Yeah.
Right.
Correct.
So, however, we can speak. How we manage to speak? Because content. Again, I'm telling you and emphasizing you, the content helps you to speak. If you don't have content, you will have problem. With the certificate.
Of course, you don't have content to say anything,
Yes.
isn't it?
But go to interviews and all, you have, number of certificates, numerous A's. How are they going to help you? Do you think the A is going to come and speak to you? Support you? Nobody going to do that for you. You have to highlight yourself. Yes. So how it will be?
When you are in that interview session, you are actually selling yourself.
Yes, true.
You are selling yourself, right now, because there are a lot of competitors, right? Maybe here we have 3 of us. We are competing with each other, right? For example, we are in an interview session, right? Madam Roda might score 4 flat. Right, Madam Kumu 4 flat, but myself maybe 3.75. Okay, so one thing that I need to highlight is my confidence level. How I can speak, how I can present myself, how I can present my points, so that I'll be at par. The same level with Madam Rodia and Madam Kumu. So that is the very what you call that, simple explanation for you to understand.
The thing is, just to add on what Puan Kumu is saying. That comes together here is your fluency and the content. If you have the fluency but you don't have the content, you're not able to deliver. Okay, but if you have the content but you don't have the language, the same thing happen. You can't deliver also. So here it's very important, not just the language. You must be good in the language, at the same time you must also good at the content, because like we said just now, different situation, different content.
Okay.
So it depends on that, right?
Content you can get from reading.
Yes,
you can read it. You can read. You can search in the Google. Okay, you can get from your friends, right? But fluency, you have to practice.
Yes.
There's no other way. You have to practice.
Yes.
Believe us.
Yes, we have gone through that.
We have gone through that.
Because you are getting ample of space to speak here, especially in matriculation. Nobody actually stopping you from speaking, right?
Very true.
Another thing is, you are in a group in your dormitory rooms, if I'm not mistaken, isn't it?
6 of
At
them.
least 6 people.
Yes.
Can't you do a group talk? I'm asking you. Huh?
At least I have a what do you call that?
Discussion.
Yes, a
Yes,
discussion, isn't it?
discussions. Come on, students,
Yeah.
you have time for you to be very creative. You have to search for your create your own learning style. Create your own learning style. You don't go by the old books anymore, because our trend is different already. We are towards 21st century learning. Whatever that we are teaching, whatever that you are learning with us, probably those people who are going to interview you, they might expect 10 times more than that.
Yeah.
You would have think that, oh my god, I never thought about it, I never think about it. You cannot have that kind of thinking at the moment.
Yes.
Because now is already lifelong learning. We are in the era of lifelong learning. Actually, you have to find knowledge. You have to equip knowledge for yourself. We are just teachers and facilitators, but you are the learners. No more students. You are the learners, lifelong learners. Remember.
Right. Yeah. Okay, we can see good responses from our
How
viewers
to
here.
overcome nervous.
Yeah, but sometimes just pretending, what is that? To be someone that cannot speak English. What's that?
While I'm on it.
I'm on it. I don't get it actually. Maybe pretending or emulating. Yeah, emulating the others. Okay. Like you have an idol, right? Maybe for example, Madam, our KU, our Ketua Unit for Bahasa English, Mr. Azlan, you take him as your idol. All right.
Yes.
So emulate him. Imitate how Mr. Azlan has been teaching you. Okay. Get some confidence from the way
How to
he
overcome
spoke.
nervous.
Yeah. Okay.
There's another one. How to
right.
overcome nervous? Well, actually, nervous. Everybody will have that. In
Yes.
fact, myself also right now, I'm very nervous at the beginning. At the beginning, normally the 5 minutes before, and then like we said just now, to overcome it is you have to practice before
You have
that.
to practice.
Practice also sometimes it happens. The nervous will be there. It won't be but it will be short while.
Yes.
Once you started the communication and so on, you'll just go off. But what is very important is to be prepared. To be prepared is very important.
Yes.
So that will overcome your nervous.
Yeah, just throw out the butterfly in your stomach. Yeah, push it away.
Yeah.
Okay, you got stomach, you got butterflies in your stomach. That is normal.
Yes.
To tell you the truth, that is normal.
Even a very good speaker also, they will have nervous. That is normal.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
I noticed that in fact you can actually practice speaking with your friends, based on interest topic. Like if you're a gamer, you talk about the game. Your game, okay? The game that you're playing, you're very good with it, okay? So talk about it. There's a lot of vocabulary they can learn through that.
And we can see that just now when Madam Roda is talking about games, right?
Yes.
One of our students, I think Irfan, right? He wrote that they use English while practicing.
Yes, of course.
Sports.
Because I know because
which is
they
very
use
good.
sport. Actually, actually in that game, I know because my son is a gamer, so that's why I got to know. Am I right? Am I wrong? He just let me know. The interaction will be in English. And they go international.
Yes.
Because they have group and then they play with other people from other countries. So actually they're improving. In fact, the computer itself, the apps itself, everything is in English. Ada tak in bahasa Melayu? Ada tak in bahasa Melayu? All in English. So how can you able to understand that if you are saying that you don't know English? That is something impossible, I would say.
Actually, you can speak. Who said you cannot speak?
And actually, you are forcing yourself
Yes.
to learn English, because if you don't learn, if you don't force yourself, actually you don't know how to play the game.
Yes.
Because instruction all in
Now,
English.
very simple. You all can sing marvelous song in English. You sing all these new songs, all in English. Very well. Pronunciation also excellent, everything. Exactly like the singer. Now, if you can do that, the same thing goes with your practice in speaking. Okay? What you can start out by listening, imitating, you listen to the dialogue. Okay, where can I listen to this dialogue? Through movies. You don't have to listen to all the whole movies, maybe certain parts, of the movies, you can you can start imitating,
Right.
In fact, in the this one, the drama, short drama.
Right.
Okay.
And if you don't trust yourself,
See what other people are commenting. In fact, when Puan Mas was saying that you record yourself, okay, you find that you need somebody to give a comment. Put it in our Telegram group.
Yes.
Put it in our Telegram group so we can share.
Some people are very introvert.
Yes,
very
they have started doing it.
Very introvert, and they don't like to share things with the others because they feel that it is humiliating. They're very shy. So you can just record and send it personally to your lecturer.
Yes.
Right, one-to-one, and get comment from her or from him.
Yes.
Isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why I say all start back from whether you want it or
yes,
you don't.
you want it or you don't want it. So
That's why just now I said that you have to become innovators to improve yourself. Be creative. I know it's very tiring. Once you are back after your classes, concentrate again, take a book or novel. You want to read, force yourself to read. It's all. Of course, you will not be showing interest because you are very tired after a lot of assignment. You definitely can't find time for pleasure reading. But at the same time, you have to think creative ways. As Puan Rodia mentioned just now, Puan Mas also said that record.
Yeah, you have to
while
record.
you are doing your assignment. Why not you listen?
Right.
Why not you listen before you sleep? Why not you watch your own movie, the recorded track?
Correct.
Why not?
Yeah.
Correct or not?
And-
So
and
you
go-
find ways. There are a lot of ways that you can use if you are ready to learn.
Yes.
Not necessarily you have to follow my way. You have to follow my
Different
advice.
Different people have
Yeah.
different ways of learning.
And then Puan Rodia has said about the TikTok. You know how to do TikTok, right?
Much better
How
than
did
us.
you know about it?
Yes.
You watch. I know you watch YouTube videos.
Yeah.
No, the TikTok is actually I got to know about it because I have to keep apart with the youngsters nowadays. Even though I'm a little bit old, okay, senior,
A little bit
old, okay, but you see, what they're doing for TikTok here, I find it very interesting. You know why? The youngsters, they're very good. So what you can do
They're
is
very creative.
yes,
Yeah.
they express yourself. So why not you express yourself? Use new words, to express yourself through TikTok.
Yeah.
Through TikTok, expressing your
Yes.
how you feel on that particular day
And-
using the TikTok.
Correct. And they're using very simple vocab.
Yes.
Isn't it? They don't use lengthy vocabs or sentences.
And then you
In TikTok.
slowly develop yourself. First you start with one word, then maybe introduce another word. Not only you yourself learning the word, but you are sharing with other friends of yours.
Very true.
So there you
Yes.
can gain the confidence when people say, "Oh, thank you. You have sharing such a good word, a good vocabulary for me."
That add your confidence.
Yes, add the confidence. The confidence have to be
Yeah.
built.
That's
The
why.
confidence have to be built.
Yes.
It's not just a one day thing and you're becoming good.
And we are going back to our core, the topic here,
Yes.
how to build up your confidence,
Yes.
to speak or to present confidently, isn't it?
Yes.
So everything goes back to the starting point there.
Yes, it has to be built. It's not just you gain the confidence just like that. You have to do something about it. Okay.
Okay, now we got one question there. How to deal with nervousness while talking? Thank you, Wafi. I think just now, yeah, Wafi. All right, how to deal with nervousness while talking?
You see, practice.
Mhm.
Before you start talking, if you have done enough practice, even though you feel nervous, that's what I mentioned. Do you think I don't feel nervous now? I'm presenting and I'm not preparing any notes. I'm just looking at you and presenting, of course, isn't it? So, but it's the preparation made. Will let go
Preparation
your
made beforehand.
yes, the preparation
that's
made
it.
beforehand will let go of your nervous.
Yes.
If you are not prepared well, the nervous will lead you. If you are prepared well, your practice will lead you. That's
Yes.
it.
And one more thing, when we are talking about practice here, I just want to emphasize, students like to memorize. Memorization is not good.
Please don't do that.
Memorization is not good. Seriously, what you should be doing is you read, to get the content, understand it, and then put it into point form
Yes.
and practice. That's it. Using your own words. Now,
Yes.
the nervous will come because you have this lack of confidence. You feel that you're going to make grammatical mistake. Put that aside, please. put that aside for the beginning.
Yeah. If we look at our PowerPoints, the first two PowerPoints here, the one we are sharing, you can see only few words for certain points.
Yes.
Right? We don't write lengthy sentences in our PowerPoints. Okay, please don't do that. All right. And then, very true. What Parode has said just now. Never memorize, because if you memorize things or your sentences, once you have gotten one word,
That's it.
that's it. Okay, that's it. I have
Learned
experienced that already. Years back when I was very small, I did not get this kind of the tips,
Yes.
right? No motivational talk like this, right? So I did memorize, but that what happened? Okay, once I lost one word, there goes my speech, right? So I learned from that. So now no more memorizing, just what do you call it?
You understand. The most important thing is you understand your content. You understand your content and you try to put it using your own words. Using your own words can be very simple. You simplify the way you understand it. That will be better. And you put aside your grammatical, errors and all those things. I know, I can understand most of the students. They are worried to speak, because they scared to make mistakes. Grammatical mistakes actually hinder them, they feel that it's a big thing there.
Yeah.
But actually it can just improve by
as time goes by.
Yes, as they practice, they read up and then they learn chunks of phrases from the reading, then slowly they'll improve. Trust me, you can improve if you read, you read and you pick up all the phrases in the sentences and you definitely improve.
Okay. Try English subtitle. Might discover new vocabulary. Yes, very true. Right. Yeah, you have subtitles there, but don't turn it into Malay. Please. All right. Use English subtitle. Okay, then you will be listening as well as reading. Yeah.
True.
Yeah. And another what do you call that? Note there. Where was it just now? I try to improve my English by watching movie without Malay subtitle. Yes.
Good.
That's very good. Bravo. Kudos. Yeah.
Yes, sometimes we can understand through the context, the expressions by the actor or the actresses, and sometimes, when you hear the words used, something familiar background knowledge, so you try to figure out, what does it mean. So, or sometimes you associate the expressions with the word, so you get the meaning. Later on, you can check through your vocabulary and so on. It's not that you have to every time you have to check on the dictionary, then you'll be lost interest after that. That's not the right way. Try to understand through context.
Right. Good. Okay.
So, at this age also, I watch cartoons with my children. That is one thing, because you say, my children, they are studying in Tamil school, but they can actually comprehend English. But you see, I'm going back home, after 6 like that, I'm not communicating with them in English. In fact, my parents also, they are using our mother tongue to speak. But how they can get to speak and they can actually identify the vocabularies, and sometimes I get surprised to hear to their vocabularies. So that's where I realized that they are actually watching a lot of cartoons before I go back home. After they come back from school, they start watching cartoons, No, they have these cartoon channels, kind of Astro. They have been packaged all these cartoon channels.
Bluey, those days we have Sesame Street.
Yes. But now they're going into another cartoon. I can't remember their favorite cartoons now.
The top one. What is that? The top now that they are playing the top.
I do not know, but they have now a very interesting cartoon series, Even I also sometimes sit down with them and then listen.
Watch.
Why? They pick up chunks of language. They pick up the chunks of language from watching these series,
The language in cartoons, I realized, they make full sentences, and it's understandable because it's made for children, isn't it?
So and they use very, what do you call that? The intonation used.
Yes. Very expressive. Very expressive.
Even the Super Strikers, one of my son's favorite cartoon, I can remember that. And then all these fairy tales. My daughter likes to watch all these fairy tales, And my brother, he will download from internet and give to them whatever cartoons that come to the cinema and all. So they give them, they watch. So this is also one way to improve.
You just look at we are talking about cartoons. Maybe at your age, you have your own favorite movie and so on. Watch all these English movie.
Yeah, without.
Come on, I can bet you none of you watch Malay movie. And nowadays, youngsters, they like to watch all English movies. I'm sure when you watch English movies, how you understand? Is it just through subtitle? Without the subtitle, you don't understand. Is that what I meant here? No. So try to make sure that you try to pick up the language, by watching the movies, not just relying on the subtitles, like what our friends say here, to watch without the subtitles.
Yeah.
Oh, that's another way of learning.
Yes. And watching at the notes there, the question there, do I need to use difficult word when speaking in order to speak English fluently?
What do you mean by difficult word?
Bombastic word. I mean,
Why
you
are you going to impress?
you don't need to,
Bombastic
you don't need
word
to impress
no need.
anyone.
Bombastic word no
Okay.
need.
Unless you are at a certain level already.
Yes.
Yeah, as beginners, right? As beginners, start from very simple words, right? No need to use bombastic words.
As
right?
long as your message is delivered, that's it.
Yeah, that's
Simple,
it.
simple, but with I would say with the correct pronunciation, tone, and whatever it is, and they are able to understand. The most important, they are able to understand what you're
Content
saying.
delivered.
Yes, content is
message delivered.
Message
Alright.
delivered.
Yeah, okay.
At the same time, you need to know the right word to
For the
deliver your message.
Yeah.
However, you like it or not, you have to go for vocabulary. You have to improve
you
your
have to
vocabulary. Yes.
Okay.
So there is no such thing as difficult words. Please understand.
Madam Kumu and Madam Rudia, I would like to share my experience. When I was a little girl.
Totally Spice.
All right.
Yes.
What is it?
Totally Spice, a very nice one. I like to watch also.
What is the cartoon that to do with Top Car? They have this competition.
I don't know. I don't watch cartoon anymore now.
I watch, but I don't know.
My favorite cartoon is Totally Spice. I used to watch that those days.
I just remember Spice Girls.
Smiley.
Okay, back to the experience, right? Last time I like reading. I like to read a lot, right? I like to read a lot. So when I read, I jot down. Yeah, I jot down sentences, the sentences which I found very interesting, which is not in my vocab. All right, so I will just jot down. When I was in primary school, I got lots of notebook. Notebook, not a notebook, the digital notebook. No,
Those
it's
days
just
we don't have that.
those days we don't have digital notebook yet, right? So we have a normal notebook. I bought it, and then when I read storybooks, I will jot the very good sentences or phrases and keep on jotting. And then finish one book, I open up a new book. Right. And when I need to write essays, I will always copy back.
Yes.
I'll copy back. Yeah, it's meniru. I always tell my student it is not harmful to meniru.
No.
You can always meniru. Go back to your notes, the sentences that you think that it's very interesting. Yeah, very interesting.
So they're like even the idiomatic expressions,
Yes,
right?
yes,
Idiomatic expressions. All those things, we learn those things. And for your information, you are very lucky, you have all the information at your fingertips. Last time we had to carry all the heavy
dictionaries
to classes and so on. Now if I were to ask you to bring, you can just imagine none of you will bring to the class.
You just need to have your phones, right?
I used to bring this, the dictionary, the thick one,
the thick dictionary.
Thick dictionary, and even when I started working, in Johor.
I still have our dictionary, right?
I bring it to my
Oxford.
class, everywhere
Longman.
I go. But you don't have to do that. You are very lucky.
Yes.
And one more thing, when come to this jot down thingy, this is my daughter's technique I teach you. So this one paper, you just have to fold it. You just have to fold it this way into this one lah. You see, and then you cut. You cut. You pin it. So when you open, it become little book.
Yeah.
My daughter call it as little book.
Yeah.
So whenever you read, because it's very difficult, nowadays you are not carrying your book everywhere,
Yes.
So this little book, when you are reading, you can actually jot down your vocabularies, phrases, as one must say. You just skip. You have a box, you go to the room, you just put in your box, and whenever you are free, you can take your little book and read. So every little book can give you a new information. You know, when you are feel bored, when you feel like doing something, you know, this can be a hobby, collecting information. This is I learned from my daughter. She has a lot of little books like this.
That's why I say it depends on the person itself, individual. Okay, how you find it the easiest way, or how your interest is. Now I think because you are at this level, you cannot live without your phone. You cannot live without your phone. You can live without anything, but not your phone.
But not your food.
The phone is actually I'm also the same now because of we are following the new era, right? So you can, in fact, what Miss Kumu is saying, you can even do it in your phone. Any new words that you have a note there, you put it as your scrapbook or whatever. You can put it there. You know, you find new words and just put it there. You just imagine, you just test yourself. In 1 month, how many new words have I learned? How many new expressions I have learned? How many new phrases that I've learned? And then another one, have I used these phrases or not in my my speech with my friend or whatever? Sorry, when I speak with my friend, or have I used these phrases or not in my essays or in my journals or whatever? So these are just testing you. So that's why I say it's just that how, you know, it's you lah. You know, you have to have the interest to change. There are various ways of doing it.
We can give you some advice.
Yes.
But if you do not want to follow, you do not want to take your own steps, nobody can. All right. So you have to make your first move. Right? You are 19 plus now.
Yes.
Okay. You have a very bright future.
It's not too late lah. I would say.
It's not too
You
late.
all have. I was trying to tell. I do not know about you lah. To me, I find that, you know, our students are actually good. Because I just want to share with you, I've taught in a very rural area before. And when you are teaching in a rural area, when you come here, you feel so blessed.
Yes.
You feel so blessed. You know why? I'm thankful to have you all as our students. Because when I speak to you, you understand me. You know, there are cases where I go to, you know, rural areas where I talk to them, they don't understand what I'm saying. Okay, and then true or not, they don't understand, you know, seriously, and they pronounce also. I still remember what is it with the slang, you know. They say what is your name, you know. They'll spell it what is your nama, something like that, you know. So you know, poor thing, you know. So you are quite lucky in that sense, you know. I would say that you should thank your English teacher, no matter what, at what level you are here, is actually good enough. It's just that you need to practice, that's all. Not that you are not always, they say, teacher, I'm not good in English. Don't ever say that to me. Don't ever say that.
Never underestimate yourself.
No, when you said you are not good, you already put in your head, I'm not good. So negative vibes is already there. What you should say is, I'm going to be good. Okay?
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm trying to be better. Okay? So is it then only you can improve. If you keep on saying I'm not good, of course you're not going to be good.
Yes.
Forever you're saying yourself not good.
You're putting your negative vibe to
yes, they said I'm good, I'm trying to be good, or please let us be good together.
Yeah.
Okay?
All right.
So that's how I feel, you know, sincerely feel about it. Okay?
All right. So if you talk about the what do you call that? How to present yourself as confident. Okay, how to present yourself as confident. All right. So if you are looking at us, the three of us ladies, all right. How do we sit?
The posture.
The body posture is there.
Yes.
Right. Now the body posture is there. And then smile. Okay. Don't put your sour face in front of audience, isn't it? If you have to speak in public. Right. So just smile and be confident. Okay. And if you are talking to your friends, do not bend down and look at the floor.
Yes.
Right now, look at your friends.
Eye contact.
You have your eye contact with your audience. Okay, that shows that you are very confident.
Yes. That one is your gestures and your postures. You know, that also will help you.
Yeah, and your facial expression.
Yes. But to have facial expressions, again, you have to understand.
You have to understand, of
if
course.
not, your facial expressions doesn't go at par with what you're saying, right?
When you're talking about something sad, you smile.
Yes, that is weird, right?
That's weird. So you have to understand. Right?
Yes.
Okay. So we would like to share some what do you call that findings from what do you call that university students. Okay, so
yes,
meaning that it's
Miss
not
Kumu will share.
not from us only. We found data
Yes, Miss
from
Kumu would like to
students.
share. Can
Okay.
you share, Kumu, to the students?
Okay, first of all, you say this is the requirement for you if you were to enter university. And your category is at number 2, you see that engineering, right? Engineering, mathematics related courses. You are required to have at least band 3 to enter university. However, if you want to graduate, you need to have at least band 4. Now you can easily go to the university. What about when you want to graduate? Think about it. I just leave it to you. You know what to do. Okay. Okay. Next, if you see, this is some of the findings. We got it from newspaper NST, and this is the latest findings. You know, what it's saying is the UITM. Actually, you cannot, what I try to say is, if you are having good grade in MUET, doesn't mean that you don't have to sit any English papers when you go to the university. Remember that.
It depends on the university. It depends on the university.
Yes.
Right?
So they that shows that they give importance to the language competence, especially English. Get ready for it. You don't think that if you already passed the highest, exam of Malaysian KPM, Malaysian University English test is just entrance test to universities. So universities, they have all rights to test you again on your language proficiency. Get ready for it. Okay, that is UITM. And what about UPM? UPM also, they have different language tests based on your score in MUET. Let's say you have band 2. Probably you have to take 2-3 papers. 2-3 papers like level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, 4 papers, because you had band 2 in your MUET. This is contoh.
Yes.
This is contoh. Okay, let's say if you have band 5, probably you have to sit 1 paper. Probably you are not, you don't need to sit because you already have band 5, So that is very important for you. Why you have to score in MUET. That's why. That is one thing. Another thing is, if you go to the private universities also, for an example, I talk about Taylor's University. If you want to go and join their courses, at least you need to have band 4. At least, that is at least, you need to have band 4 in their in your MUET examination. Even though we pay a lot to go and enroll with Taylor's University, there they give importance to your language competence. Put it in your mind.
Because they have to do that, because all the subjects will be taught in English and
Very
the
true.
exam will be in English. If you didn't have band 4, how are you going to manage with the studying there?
You won't be able to cope
Yes.
with the learning the situation there.
Yes, because mostly their degrees are actually twinning, with
correct.
a foreign university, and that's why you have to have at least band 4 in order to enroll into private universities. Depends. I mean, certain private universities they don't require that, but I mean certain. Especially tailors, they need all this.
And then
even AIMS also.
AIMS also band 4.
AIMS. You see, AIMS. You need to have AIMS. You have to pay a lot of money, but they need to see your qualification. You need to have qualification. Not only my money, but you need to have qualification as well. Especially the qualification to enroll in that university. You have to bear in mind. And then when your time, we never know, because this is the transformation that happening now. Once you have gone in university, this could be transformed tremendously into something else, because we don't experience. But when I was studying in USM for my degree program, they had this already. Those who didn't score well in the SPM and also SPM English and also MUET, they asked the students to take English papers.
Yes,
I
yes,
saw
yeah.
they had
Yes,
additional
yes.
papers, you know,
Now,
and that
until now,
paper,
Until now.
until now.
Yes,
that
until now.
papers are very stressful, you know, because it's additional papers for you.
And
They have to attend classes. They have to attend
Yes,
classes.
they have to
then
attend
exam.
classes. You have to do their practices as well as you have to sit for their exams.
And
Isn't
another one is Miss Kumu, if for example you got band 2 and still you are able to enroll into that university, but of course you cannot graduate, right?
Yes.
So you have to take MUET another time.
Yes.
And to tell you the truth, you don't have MUET classes
In the
in
university.
the university, so you have to learn on your own.
Yeah, depends.
Yeah.
Certain university they
Right.
do, but they do have classes, but
But
mostly
it's
no.
not focusing-
Mostly
it's
no.
not focusing on
Mostly
MUET.
university no.
No.
They have their own English. That they have to pass.
yes,
Okay. Then they have to enroll themselves for that paper, and then MUET they have to take on their
on
own.
their own. So it's really
Just imagine,
troublesome.
you just imagine you're going to graduate and you have to sit for MUET. Just imagine.
Another thing is this is just the requirement of the learning institutions. But what about the requirements of the place that you're going to start work?
Yeah.
Think about it. Because these people, you know, have already commercialized this education and all. Probably they may let you to pass, you know, they may assist you to conquer the language skills and etc. in order to you pass, because only when you keluar, only then, when you go out, only then they can take new batch and all, right? So they will somehow rather they will assist you to pass in your English papers and etc. But what about the companies that you're going to join, you know, your workplace? Do you think they're going to be that constant? Do you think they're going to give assistance? Do you think they're going to send you for courses, public speaking, how to speak, how to interview your employees? If you are in the administration side, you need to have the ability to interview the newcomers and all. So it's all expected from you automatically if you are a graduate. Let's say you already have your degree in management, in engineering. There will be related scope that you have to be mastered in, right or not? The expectation always will be there. So think about it as well. You are in learning institution. You are not knowing what's happening out of this institutions actually at workplace. What's their requirement? What's their expectation? So this is your platform for you to improve. One thing is if your language is good, no need to be powerful. At least if your language is good, you can use your language to persuade, to learn. You know, people will get convinced when you able to communicate properly. In order to communicate properly, you need to have language. Correct or not? Even you can have a lot of marvelous ideas for your company, to develop your company. But if you don't have the language to communicate, let's say you want to, they ask you to have a meeting with foreign companies, you know, online. Now it's possible. They want you to be in the meeting. They want you to contribute in the meeting and all. But you have marvelous ideas. How are you going to contribute? Do you think those people there understand your language? Think about it.
It's true.
Think about it. And actually, we welcome more questions if you have. Right? I'm reading through all the questions there, on the notes there, but not much of a question. Okay, so we really welcome question from you or any suggestion that you like, because getting views from our own student is very beneficial. Okay, not from our point of view, but also from the student's point of view. So please do that, right?
We need to know. So how you going to overcome your problem?
Yes.
How do you want to overcome your problem?
I set my phone with English language to make it comfortable with me. All right, very good, Mustaqim. Yeah, Mustaqim Shafi'i. Okay, so set the English language. Right.
In the phone.
Yeah, in the phone. All right, what else do we have here? Okay, the subtitles.
Yes.
Right.
Now,
what else?
I mean, what Miss Kumu was saying, just to continue what Miss Kumu was sharing just now. So now, after you graduate from here, so you only have 3 years or 4 years in the university to practice. I would say to practice your English among yourself, okay, with the university students or with your lecturers. After that, you're going into the working life already. So during that 4 years, please do something about it. You have to, because now it's true what Miss Kumu is saying. With the new norm now, I've seen my daughter doing, conferencing with their companies. With they have companies from foreign companies. They're working with foreign companies. They have to have meeting with these people. You just imagine if you don't have your language, how are you going to speak to them? So you are going to be our future engineers. And I know you're going to be one good engineers here. But if we don't want anything lacking there. You're very good in your engineering field, but you're not able to relay whatever ideas and so on because of language
Barriers.
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 Then it's a waste. True or not? We have these good engineers, but they're not able to share their ideas because of language barriers. So how are they going to do it? So please, you have another 4 years when you're in the university. Now you're still with a few months with us. Start having the interest, giving a chance to yourself to improve. Okay, that is my hope, We don't want you to. We didn't expect you. For me, expecting getting A is just a paper. But the real thing is using it. You're able to use it. What for you get A's and yet you're not able to speak English? There are a lot of students who are getting A's. Now give us a question. How do they get A's? Some people, they can even write beautiful essays, but they can't speak. So it's a waste, right?
That's the most important thing. You have the content, you can write and you can speak.
It's a waste.
Well.
Poor thing,
So you need to do that.
Very sad to see, In fact, sometimes I feel like, is it in our part, we are not doing it well to you, There's something wrong somewhere. You're able to write properly, you're able to read, to understand everything, comprehend every test, all getting A. That means they can do all the 4 skills, supposed to.
Yeah.
But then it comes to speaking.
Actually, all the 4 skills are related.
Yes.
Interrelated from one skill to another. Right. For like what we said just now, you read. Right. You read. It doesn't matter, silent reading or loud reading. All right. You read to get your content. Okay. From that, you got the content already. Then you expand.
Yes.
Do a little bit of jotting, self-reflection. Right? It doesn't have to be perfect, but if you can do perfectly, why not? Marvelous, isn't it? Okay. But for a start, just jot. As for me, I always say to my student, belasah aja. Okay, because if you don't belasah, if you don't try to come up with one perfect sentence, you take 1 hour. When are you going to learn? All right. So first, you just start belasah aja, and then you improve. From 50 to 50%, 50 Malay, 50 English, you go to 60 English and 40 Malay. Yeah, and upgrade yourself.
I do not know Puan Mas and Puan Kumu. After teaching, my experience of teaching for 35 years whatever technique, whatever pedagogy, whatever ways for me the most important thing is to have the love When you fall in love, when you fall in love with someone, you do all out to get the interest to get the attention of that particular person, somehow or other, you do it that way. When you fall in love, you no matter how you're trying to get to that person, right? The same thing goes here with English. If you fell in love with English or you fall in love with English, definitely you go all means and ways, to improve yourself. But if we are here talking this and that, but they are doing it for the sake of to get a paper, to get an A, to pass the exam, to go into university.
Not the exam purpose only.
Yes, then I tell you, forever is going to be like this, You won't be improving.
Instill the love of English in your heart.
You still have to have the love for English, and you see. For me, to have the love, you must see the importance of it. Maybe you do not know the importance of it because you are not out yet. You're still like school. Even though we are in a college, we are still like in a school environment. You come to school, sit for exam, pass. That's it.
Once you go out.
When you go out to the community, when you start working and so on, you realize you'll be missing a lot if you don't have the language. The more language you have, the better yourself going to be. I'm not saying it's just English, but here we're talking about English. But if you know other languages, I tell you, it's going to really benefit you a lot later on in the future. Trust me.
Thank you, Mus. I always use English when talking with Asi and Wilan. Yes, very good. These are good students. They
Yes.
always try to
Yes.
communicate in English.
You don't
right?
you don't worry, nobody starts, they are born with, for example, Puan Rodia, lahir saja cakap bahasa Inggeris. Good morning, mother. No such thing. That Miss Kumu. Lahir saja, hello, mom. Tak ada we don't have parents who speak English at home. Seriously. I'm not sure about Miss Kumu and
No, I told them already, but we all Tamil school background.
like myself, even though I learned English maybe through my friends because I was studying convent, but back home nothing, no exposure of the language and so on. Mana ada these days, right? Some more, my family is not rich, okay. We just come back. We don't even have a TV. I think how many years back only we have TV. We don't watch TV. We don't have phone. We have nothing. We only have friends, okay. Then how do we pick up our language? Just imagine, how do we do that? Imagine you yourself, with all the gadgets, everything is there for you,
Yeah. Another one is,
why not?
Be friend with somebody positive.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Be friend. Like just now, who was it just now?
Somebody was saying that
talk to Asi and
Yes.
Tan Windan in English, right? So you get good company. Positive
Find somebody who
company.
speak English. Yeah.
Hmm.
Jangan cakap dengan orang kata, people don't be, like demotivated by person who say, nak jadi mak saleh, mata biru, all those nonsense. No such things. Now English, your mata is biru. Because nowadays you speak English, you gain a lot of things, later on in your future. Learn, if you are good in English, learn another language, Mandarin, French, or whatever. That will be an asset to you.
Right, Diana.
Okay.
Right. Safwan always encouraged me. What's that? I can't see. Safwan always encouraged me and the others to talk in English, and he never laugh or make a
Thank
make
you,
a joke with
Safwan.
you. Yes,
Lovely,
very good.
Safwan. Thank you so much for being
Yes.
such a positive friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need all this type of person,
Very
around.
true.
Yeah, to help.
So mingle with this kind of person.
Yes.
All right. Yeah, mingle with this kind of person. Meaning that those who can support you, can encourage you. That's it. To make a whole person. Okay. So
No, I want to be a bit serious now. Want to convey something to you. I guess we are still in the comfort zone. So we are not, we are not dare to try. That is our problem. Why? We have with a lot of applications, a lot of learning tools, a lot of teaching tools, and we are actually attending all the classes. We never let anybody to content class or what, because the KGKJs and the teachers will be searching for you, right? You are not content class as well, all these things, with the availability of all these things, why still this is like a continuing problem? We have to think about it. People will say that ignorance is bliss, right? If you can't, go with something, you just ignore. People say, tak kisahlah, jangan kisahlah, that kind of jangan kisah actually led to this kind of situation, This is not something to be ignored. Think about it, because you're already in the advanced level for your learning. It's just a few more years to complete your learning. After this, it's totally a different stage already. So at this stage, when come to learning and all, you cannot be practicing ignorance. That is one thing. Just now, we spoke to kita punya KJ lah, Tuan Zamzam. He said one thing. I actually touched by that thing, He said that you have rights, your own rights, to decide what you want to become, what you want to do, what must be yours, and etc. But many people now forget that other people's rights is also with them. For an example, your parents' rights with you. They have a lot of dreams for you. They are waiting for you, for you to transform into somebody, somebody who can actually contribute to the family, to the society, to the nation. That is, you are holding that rights with you. And even the teachers' rights. We are expecting, always we are thinking about you. We want you to excel. We want you to pass with flying colors, because that's where we see our efforts are paid off. The money is for us to survive. But the thing,
That's the right thing.
the achievement, your achievement, what we are giving you,
So
you are
happiness.
giving back in the form of success, right? That is our real gain, people. That is actually what that is.
I'm so sorry.
That is our real achievement, actually, gain, actually.
While Madam Kumu is talking, this is santai slot right now.
They were asking
Somebody
whether
said,
it's real.
Is this real? Yes, this is real. I've been drinking from this mug.
Yeah.
This is real because we are projecting something santai, and we want to share with you in a very santai way. Okay, so
Yeah.
this is real, right?
Thank you, Miss Momo. I find that everybody should listen what she have said just now. Very touched indeed. Actually, the happiness for us is your achievement. We want to see your how you improve and so on. It's not a matter for life is not just success. Success in life is not just becoming a somebody. For a teacher, for us, the success for us is like we feel happy, when you can't speak a proper English, but you are trying. That make us so happy. In fact, Miss Kumo and Puan Mas, we actually don't expect you to be a great speaker in one day, but the effort that you're putting in really impress us and make us happy, because we know you are trying.
Yes.
And when you know you start trying, that's the time when we know that you will keep on trying and trying, and we will bless you in one day. You're definitely going to be one of the best one of the best students who can speak very fluent English.
Yes.
And we'll be proud to say he or she is our student.
Was
Yes.
our student.
Was our
Was
student.
our student.
Was
Right.
our student.
Yes.
That's all what that we expected. Yeah.
That's
And
why I want to put also. That's why I told you, right? Ignorance is bliss.
Yes.
But do not ignore us. Whatever that we are giving you, it's sincerely from our heart.
Yeah.
So if
Very
you see
true.
the ladder, ladder always lets you to go up, but where the ladder is, it's always at its place, right?
Yes.
So that's ours. You don't understand, you don't understand. When the results come out, we become more sensitive than you. The results, the analysis, when we make the analysis, we see the students scoring band 5, band 4, that is happiness.
Yes.
Not the happiness that we are getting, monthly we are getting our salary automatically in.
And talking about happiness, yeah, okay. Actually, if you think about it, right, if you score or if you don't score, it doesn't matter to us. Actually, by right, gaji jalan bulan-bulan macam biasa. Kan?
Yes,
You score A or you
lah.
tak score, you tak score A pun gaji jalan bulan-bulan. But we are taking very big steps to ensure that everyday success.
Actually, when you're having exam, you thought you are facing the exam. When you're having exam, you are doing the revision and so on. Actually, we are more worried than you. Actually, on the exam day, I would say, we are more tense than you. We can't wait to know what is the question going to come out. We are the one, busy texting you all to find out, what type of questions, came out and so on. You see, that is how today is the time, seriously speaking, when we're having this talk, is good also, Puan Mas. What I realize is this is where we actually can really talk to you heart to heart. Even in the class is a bit formal, because you're focusing on the skills and to make sure that you're able to do certain part on the paper and so on. So we are focusing on the paper and the exam. But here, I realized that I do not know, for me, I sincerely feel that this is a platform for me to really share, how I feel about, teaching you guys, to make sure that, you are able to use the language. It's not just getting A's. That's what you have to bear in mind. It's not just getting A's. A's is just for the exam purposes, to evaluate how good you are. But when you get A, after the evaluation, doesn't mean you are able to acquire the language. It will be shown only you are able to speak well, to write well, and you're able to comprehend what you have read, and you're able to understand when you listen to any speech, in English. Then you can say that you are a successful user of English. That's how I believe.
Okay,
That's
so,
from me.
Yeah. So Madam Rodia and Madam Kumu, we are now now it's 5:20 already.
Okay.
So we have got a signal from our what do you call that, our KU, that it's time for us to it's time for us to stop. All right, this is a very what do you call that, interesting topic to discuss, that we have discussed today, and very good to have Madam Rodia and Madam Kumu with us. Okay, so hopefully that whatever we have been sharing with you guys, we have been explaining, and the experience that we have shared with you are beneficial for everyone out there. Okay, and do share. And this one, the video is being recorded. You can always rewatch on and on again, and you can also share with the others, from the other students from other colleges, or for the public. And before we end our session, okay, I would like to highlight on the attendance list. Okay, please click on the link given, and also Madam Chia will share the QR code for you to scan, and automatically your attendance will be recorded. Okay, so now before we stop, final say from Madam Rodia.
Thank you so much, for being here, to be with us, listening to us. I hope it's not making you bored with us. Actually, why we are here today is actually to share how we've been, for after being teaching English for how many years, we have some frustrations, on our part, and we, at the same time, we feel that we need to convey this message seriously to you, and to make you understand how important it is for you to pick up the language. It's never too late. So start doing it from today onwards. Okay, hopefully, and all the best to you. And I hope you'll be doing your best later on in your future. Thank you so much. Minta maaf if there's anything, being good or whatever. Okay, nice being here today. Thank you so much.
Thank you for Rodia. Okay, Madam Kumu, anything else to say?
All the best, everyone. Always blessed be. Just remember what I said just now. You are holding many people's rights in your hand. Okay? You're supposed to, when you leave, other people surround you also should leave and come up with you. Always remember that. Right? So with that, I wish a lot of blessings to you. Okay? Wherever you go, spread kindness, okay, positivity, and always carry the positive attitude.
The image.
Yeah,
the image of KMKK.
Yes, it's in your hand. That is also the right that you are holding. Remember,
our image.
Our image, your teacher's image, our institution's image. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Madam Kumu, and again, Madam Rodia, for the last say. Okay, last say in this slot.
How about you?
Okay, all right. As for me, honored to be here with our friends here. Okay, and honored to be able to speak to you live. Okay, so again, hopefully whatever we have been sharing will be beneficial for everyone. Okay, and you have to stay tuned also, because this is only the first coffee talk. Coffee Talk 1 from English unit. We will be having another Coffee Talk sessions, maybe from other lecturers. We have 7 lecturers here in English unit. Okay, so please expect more and more and more. What do you call that? Sharing session, beneficial sharing session with us. Okay, so thank you so much for being here with us. Don't forget to click the link of the attendance list. Okay, and hope to see you guys tomorrow. Next week, because tomorrow is holiday.
Before we end, Puan Mas, we would like to thank you, our Ketua unit, Puan Mama Azlan, Puan Chia, and even Cik Asma for being here. Actually, they are helping us in the technical part. They are here with us actually.
We are working in group. The English unit, everybody.
They also send your regards and love to all of you.
Okay, so take care.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Thank you so much.
Bye bye.